Hmm? Proper అనుకుంటున్నాను. క్లాస్ కి వెళ్ళొచ్చు. Vamsi is there? Vamsi,
Sir.
there are only 20 students only present now. Already 220 almost. Okay, I will share my document and I will explain the things. So next I will start the extended surfaces, that is unit 2. So last class we completed the unit 1, that is critical thickness of insulation. Critical thickness of insulation, that is the last topic for first unit. Okay. So now we'll focus on second unit, that is heat transfer through fins or extended surfaces. Fins are also called as extended surfaces. So here you can see so what are the things we are going to discuss means introduction, working principle, method of increasing heat transfer, types of design, types of fins, straight fin, annular fin, trapezoidal fin, advantage disadvantages, applications, and performance of the fin, and finally we can conclude the what are the different applications and advantage disadvantage of the fins. Now coming to the introduction part. Coming to the introduction part, here you can see fin is generally used. One second. One second. Yeah. Okay. Fins are generally used to enhance the heat transfer from surface, from the surface to the surroundings. So what is the main function of the fin means? Fins are generally used to enhance the heat transfer from a given surface. That means, suppose if you want to dissipation, or if you want to dissipate the more amount of heat to the surroundings, so then we can use such type of fins. So extended surfaces is called as fins. So these fins are these fins are can increase the heat transfer from the surface by several folds. So actually, addition of fins can increase the heat transfer from the surface by several folds. Say for example, if it is not possible to provide, say for example, here I'll show this. Um, so this is the cylinder. For example, you take this is the cylinder. You can take this as the cylinder. So color format will be red. So if you're considering this is the cylinder, okay. So if you are providing the extended surface over this surface, so we need to dissipate the heat to the surroundings by several or additional number of fins are provided over the surface of the cylinder. Suppose this engine cylinder develops nearly 1600 Kelvin, 1600 Kelvin. So 1600 Kelvin. Suppose it develops 1600 Kelvin. So what will happen if it is permitted in the same temperature in the cylinder, which will leads to damage the entire material of the cylinder. Okay, so it can be withstand up to 1100 Kelvin only, 1100 Kelvin only. So this excess temperature, this excess temperature, this online class this excess temperature can be dissipated through the to the outside through the fins, through the extended surfaces. So here this is the addition of fins can increase the heat transfer from surface by several folds. Okay, now that is the condition of this one. And now we can see another one, another point. In many engineering situations, means are often sought to improve the heat dissipation from surface to its surroundings. So most of the engineering applications, we are oftenly used to dissipate the heat to the surroundings by means of the fins only. So many applications, you take radiators. Radiators also one of the best example for dissipation of heat to the surroundings, radiators. And you can see the engine part also, which is composed of n number of fins over the surface of the cylinder, so which increase the heat transfer rate to the surroundings. Likewise, in case of suppose you take any electronic component to be cooled, where there also the people are using the fins are used to liberate the heat to the surroundings. So that is the way many engineering situations means often sought improve the heat dissipation from the surface to the surrounding. So next, whenever the available surface is found inadequate, so where we are using the fin means whenever it is possible to inadequate supply of heat to the surroundings, then we can adopt this type of fins uh, to improve the heat dissipation rate. Okay, whenever available surface is found inadequate. So whenever it is found that inadequate of transfer of heat, then quantity of heat with available temperature are dropped, and convective heat transfer coefficient extended surface or fins are used. So that means whenever it is not possible to sorry it is not it is for whenever the surface is found to be inadequate transfer of heat to the surroundings, or temperature drop or convective heat transfer coefficient, then extended surfaces are used in case of transfer of heat to the surroundings. So by increasing surface area in contact with air or providing fins. When another condition is whenever the surface area is here you can see increasing the surface area in contact with the air or providing fins. So how it is possible? When we are providing the fins to the surface, then automatically which leads to increase the surface area, for example, you take this is the cylinder. If you are providing the fin over this, so this surface area, here you can see this surface area is increasing the surface area, then heat transfer rate will increases to dissipate to the surroundings. That means Q is directly proportional to the area. Q is directly proportional to the area. Whenever we are increasing the surface area, then obviously increasing the heat transfer rate to the surroundings. Okay. By increasing the heat transfer coefficient, one second. When increasing the next by increasing the by increasing the heat transfer coefficient, the surface, by increasing the temperature difference between the hot and cold bodies, then we can increase the temperature drop, increasing the temperature drop. So this is the introduction part for the condition. Now coming to the working principle of fin. In many engineering applications, large quantities of heat have to be dissipated from small area. So most of the cases, what we are designing the any engineering component, when it is in a thermal application, when particularly it is in a thermal application, it is able to dissipate the heat to the surroundings. In what way it is dissipating to the surroundings means, for example, for example, large quantity of the heat have to be dissipated from small areas. Is it possible to dissipate the heat from the small areas means? No, obviously no, because we need to provide some external surfaces, then only the small component also can able to dissipate the heat to the surroundings. Okay. Then the fins increases the effective area of the surface, thereby increasing the heat transfer by convection. So here you can see this one, the fin increases the effective area of the surface, thereby increasing the heat transfer by convection. This is also, you can see, Q is equals to, we know that Q is equals to, in case of convective heat transfer coefficient, H into area into delta T. H into area into delta T. So here this formula indicating that whenever we are increasing the surface area or effective area, thereby increasing the heat transfer by convection. So this relation is used for convection. So that means whenever the effective area of the surface increase, thereby increasing the convective heat transfer, convective heat transfer. Okay. Next, so here you can see now, uh, in other words, the shape of the fin must be optimized such that heat transfer density is maximized when the shape and material used for the fin surface are contained. So in this case, suppose if you are finalizing the, say for example, cylindrical surface, if you are having the cylindrical surface, then we are using circumferential fins. Circumferential fins. Suppose if it is a rectangular type of object, so for such cases, we need to provide the rectangular type of fins. N number of rectangular fins will be provided over the surface of the rectangular shape. So this will increase the or maximizing the heat transfer rate to the surroundings. Okay. Next, method to increase the transfer of heat. So methods to increase the, what are the different methods to increase the heat transfer rate? So here you can see there are three concepts we have: by increasing the surface area in contact with air or providing fins. So by providing the fins, we can increase the surface area. So due to increasing the surface area, we can increase the heat transfer rate. And second one, increasing the heat transfer coefficient for the surface. So by suppose if you are increasing the convective heat transfer coefficient, that also which leads to increase the heat transfer rate. H is increased means then obviously the convective heat transfer coefficient or convective heat transfer rate also increases. Next, by increasing the temperature of the hot surface or by increasing the temperature difference between the hot and cold bodies, which leads to increase the heat transfer rate. Say for example, whenever we have highest temperature, for example, you have say for example, this is the simple one diagram. So always I'm mentioning the rectangle only because which is easy to understand. So whenever increasing the surface temperature, maybe this is the called surface temperature. Here it is surface temperature. This one is called as surface temperature. This is ambient temperature, T naught, T infinity. So T infinity, this is called T base or TA. Somewhere they are mentioning TA, somewhere they are mentioning TB base temperature, and somewhere they are taking this T naught. So T naught. So this base temperature. When we can transfer the more amount of heat means whenever this object is having more temperature, high temperature. So when keep on increasing the high temperature, then obviously it dissipate to the surrounding to here increasing the heat transfer rate. Heat transfer rate, and also you can see the difference Th minus T infinity. So the difference will be high. So keep on increasing the high value potential difference, then obviously increasing the heat transfer rate. Obviously increasing the heat transfer rate. So that is the third condition. Okay. Next, types of design. What are the different types of design of fins? So it is mainly depends upon the base material. It depends upon the base material of the shape. So fins are designed and manufactured in many shapes and forms. So it can be fabricated in different geometries. Either maybe rectangular geometry, or maybe circumferential geometry, or maybe in the form of triangular, or maybe trapezoidal shape of the fins will be used. So many they manufacture in different geometries depending upon the practical application. It depends mainly focused on what type of application is required. Say for example, the big transformers are there. So if you are providing the thin fins over the big transformer, it is not useful. So such case we are using different types of fins will be used in case of transformer. So here the ribs attached along the length of the tubes are called longitudinal fins. So what is mean by longitudinal fins? So this is very important one. So what is longitudinal fin? So longitudinal fin means if you are the rib attached along the length of the tube, then it is called as longitudinal fin. Say for example, the rib attached along a length of a tube. For example, this is the tube. This is the tube. This is the tube. Along the length of the tube, if you are extended a rib which is extend attached to the uh, tube, so this rib is called fin. This is called longitudinal fin. This is called longitudinal fin. Coming to the concentric annular disc around a tube are termed as circular or annular fin. So, say for example, concentric annular disc around the tube are termed as a circular or annular fin. Say for example, this is the cylinder which are provided with the circumferential fin. This is the circumferential fin. The fin which is provided in a cylindrical shape. Here you can see. So this could be the circumferential fins. This is the circumferential fin. So likewise, you can increase number of fins. That is called as circumferential fins. The concentric annular disc around the tube, that is called circumferential fin. Circumferential fin. Okay. Next, the pin fins are splined over a rod protruding from a surface. So here you can see pin fins. For example, I want to dissipate a small amount of heat, small amount of heat. Say for example, this is an object, hot surface. So I need to dissipate the heat to the surroundings in a small amount of heat to the surroundings. Then I can place number of fins, just fin. We are providing the pins over pins over the surface of the base material. So this is the pins. This is called fin. This is called fin. If you are providing the dissipation of heat through the pins from the base material is called fin. So that is why you have the experiment in heat transfer pin fin apparatus, which is also used to find out the heat transfer rate okay. So likewise, these are the different geometries. So what type of geometries we are using? The fins are designed and manufactured in many shapes and forms. So they manufacture in different geometries depending upon the practical applications, what applications we prefer. So according to that application, we are manufacturing the geometries. Okay. So here there are three types of, generally we are using the generally three to four types, nearly five types of fins are used. So longitudinal fins. What do you mean by longitudinal fins? The rib attached along the length of the tubes are called longitudinal fins. Okay. The concentric or annular fins. What do you mean by concentric or annular fins or annular fins. So that means are circular fins. So concentric annular discs around a tube are termed as a circular or annular tubes. So pin fins and splines are rods protruding from the surface is called as pin fin. Protruding from as called pin fin. So these are the different geometry. So these are the different types of design and geometry. So coming to see this, these are the different types of fins are indicate showing the diagram. Here you can see this is the base material, base where we need to dissipate the heat to the surroundings. So they are using one fin. This is called rectangular shape. Here you can see what is the shape of the fin. Here you can see W into H. So double thickness of the fin and width of the fin and length of the fin. So this indicating the length of the fin, and this is called width of the fin, and this is called height of the fin. So height of the fin is nothing but thickness of the fin. So you can see that shape of this fin will be rectangular shape. So that is why it is called as rectangular fin. Rectangular fin. Here you can see. So this is what shape we have. It is a rectangular fin. Straight fin of uniform cross section. It is a straight fin having uniform cross section. There is no variation in the cross section. So if you are cut at this position, you will be getting the same shape. If you are cut here, again you can get the same shape of the fin. So that is why it is called as uniform cross section. Straight fin with uniform cross section. That is why it is called as straight fin with uniform cross section. So coming to the second one. So here it is a triangular fin. You can see this is the triangular shape. So straight fin of non-uniform cross section. So here you can see, is there any uniformity with this fin? It is a straight fin. So here it is directly exposed, straightly it is exposed, and but it is not a uniform. Suppose if you are having cut section here, you will not get, will be different shape, and if you are cutting here, you will be getting another shape. So that it is called straight fin, but non-uniform cross section of the fin. So this is the annular fin. So cylinder we need to provide, we need to dissipate the heat from the base material, base of the cylinder to the surroundings by providing the annular fins. Annular fins are circumferential fins. So this is one fin is attached to the tube, one fin is attached to the tube. So this is called as annular fin. So coming to the here pin fin. So here we are attaching or protruding one pin over the surface of the base material. So this is the pin fin application. So rectangular fin, triangular fin, annular fin, and pin fin. Trapezoidal fin also is there. So but in case of here you can see this is the straight fin. It is also a straight fin, but it is a non-uniform cross section. But here it is a uniform cross section. So uniform cross section will be taking place in case of straight fin, whereas in this case triangular fin, it is a straight, even though it is a straight, but it is not a non-uniform cross section area. So here we will be getting here if you are taking this also, the uniform cross section will be taking place. If you cut this circumferential, you will be getting the uniform cross section. Whereas in case of pin fin, you will not get, it is a straight fin, but it is not a non-uniform cross section of the fin. Here you can see straight fins. So here they are providing a number of fins over the base material. Here you can see this is the one of the application. A straight fins in many extended surfaces that is attached to a plane. So this is the plane. This is the plane where we are attaching the many extended surfaces. So many extended surfaces are attached to the base material. So this is called a straight fin is very any extended surfaces, many extended surfaces, it is attached to the plane wall. It may be uniform cross sectional area, or it may its cross sectional area varies at a distance from x to wall. So here you can see uh, they are keeping these fins in a geometrical manner and equally spaced, or somewhere they are taking, somewhere they no need to follow the exact difference or pitch or dimension one from the base x to end. This is if you are taking the x end, and towards this one it is a x plus dx value, x plus dx. You can place the number of fins over the surface base one. So this is called straight fins. Here you can see all the fins are vertical, that too straight way. If you have cut any vertical fin, then you will be getting the uniform cross section, straight fin and with uniform cross section. here this is the annular type of fins. Here you can see the entire one is attached to the base. This is the base material. Over this they are providing the stride, but it is in a annular way. So an annular fin is one that in circumferentially attached to the cylinder, and its cross section varies with radius from wall to the surroundings. So from wall to the surroundings means, suppose if you are taking here, so this radius is different, and suppose if you are taking here, the radius will be different. If you are taking here, the radius will be different. So like that, they are keeping the different annular type of fins, circumferential fins or annular fins. Trapezoidal fin. So this is the trapezoidal fin surrounding by the main one. Advantage. What are the advantages of fins means? So by using the fins, heat transfer rate can be increased without any preventive maintenance. We are not giving any preventive maintenance. Say for example, if you are keeping the fins, if you are providing number of fins, for example, we take uh, engine. So what is the size, shape of the engine? This is the engine shape. Engine shape. So this is the circumferential fin will be provided. So here you can see most of the people are observed that, so fins will be arranged at the circumferential. So like this way they're arranging the fins. You can see the dimension. So shape must be gradually decreases its length, straight fins. Gradually decreases its straight fins. This one, most of the engines they're following the same thing, following the same thing. Why they are taking the engines must be this way means, here, so you can see shape will be like this. So this is the cylinder, and these are the extended surfaces or fins. Why they are making this? So always Q is directly proportional to area. So whenever increasing the area, heat dissipation rate will increases. So here by using the fins, heat transfer rate can be increased without any preventive maintenance. So suppose if you take the engine, we are not maintaining the fins any at any instant. Just we are using this engine whenever we are going for water wash. That is enough to clean the fin fin dust, okay. That is the only thing we are doing. Otherwise we people are not maintaining, not cleaning the fins in the engine cylinder. So uh, you can see that why the people are providing the fins over the cylinder, gradually decreasing the length. Because so at the end of the compression stroke, maximum amount of heat will be liberated. So here maximum amount of heat will be liberated at the end of the compression stroke, and high temperature and high pressure is available in this position only. So that we need to dissipate the heat to the surroundings immediately by providing the longer length. After expansion process, so gradually decreases the temperature and pressure, gradually decreases from the top dead center to bottom dead center. That is why they are keep on decreasing the gradually decreasing the length of the fin. So that is the reason why in engine, many of the engine, you can see that the gradually decreasing the straight fins over a cylinder. So the main advantage of this one is, using the fins, the heat transfer rate can be increased without any preventive maintenance. So it is the cheapest way for increasing the heat transferring rate from the hot bodies. So it is very cheapest way. So the so heat transfer rate from the hot bodies. So we can adopt this technique. We can adopt this technique, which is very low cost effective one. Okay, that is the advantage of this type of fins. Next, coming to the second one, disadvantage. What is the disadvantage of these fins? So we know that length of the fin is directly proportional to the heat transferring rate, length of the fin. But if larger length is may be taken, if you are considering the larger length of the fin, which leads to bending in the fins, if you are keep on increasing the length of the fin, if you are increasing the So as per the design, we can keep we can keep the fin like this. We can keep the fin like this. Say this much of length is sufficient to dissipate the heat. So suppose if you are providing the longer length from the base material, what will happen, which leads to bending will takes place whenever we are increasing the length of the fin, which will be acting as a cantilever from the base. So this end is fixed, other end will be free. So which whenever with the vehicle is moving fast, then obviously there is a possibility of bending the fins. So bending the fins. So that is why that is the only disadvantage. Whenever if you want to keep on increasing the heat transfer rate by providing the keep on increasing the length of the fin, so which is also a disadvantage. So what is the disadvantage? So bending will be taking place on the bending will be taking place when considering the longer fins, unnecessarily, which will increase the weight of the engine, and thereby overall efficiency will goes to decrease. Okay, that is the disadvantage of the fin. So we know that length of the fin is directly proportional to the heat transferring rate, but the larger length is because of the bending in the fins. Okay, whenever we are increasing the number of fins, then obviously increasing the weight of the engine. So once weight of the engine is increases, then performance level will decreases. So that is the way we need to minimum number of fins we need to provide over the surface of the engine. Okay, application, what are the different types of application where we are using this type of fins. So here you can see common application of finned surfaces or with cooling of electronic components, where we are using the electronic devices. So most of the cases you can see the electronic devices which will dissipate more amount of heat. So it generate more amount of heat. It generate more amount of heat while charging the battery. It absorbs more amount while discharging it. While discharging the current, while discharging the power to the mobile. Then what will happen? More amount of heat will be dissipated. So such cases, if you are storing the same temperature, if you are storing the same heat in this device, what will happen? The other components of the device may get damaged. So such cases, we are providing the fins to cool the object. How much amount is heat liberated by the electronic component, that can be immediately sent to the surroundings by providing the fins. So that is the another application, electronic components. We are using the this type of fins. And condenser, industrial application. You can see the industrial application in thermal power plant. So in thermal power plant, we are using the economizer and condensers. Economizer and condenser. These two are plays major role in case of developing the effective power generation. So for effective power generation, we are using the condenser and economizers. So in this condenser and economizer, they are using the fins. So to cool the heat from the condenser. So for example, you take the uh, air conditioning system. uh, so outer unit, can you see, if you go and see the outer unit, you have back end, we have the number of fins will be provided. So outside unit is there, no outside unit. So in this outside units, we have number of vertical fins will be provided. So before that, we have the condenser coil. So condenser coil means, what is the function of condenser coil? Continuously heat will be rejected to the surroundings. So once it rejected to the surroundings, that heat can be carried by this fins, and again it is transferred to the atmosphere. So more effective heat transfer will be taking place by providing the number of fins back end of the condenser and economizer. So this is the way in application, thermal application, in the condenser and economizer, more fins will be used. And radiator, just now, before starting this class, I told you that radiator, the fins which are used in the automobile, in the form of radiator. So where in radiator we are using the water. So that water will be circulated into the cylinder, where it gets the heat from the engine, and that heat can be sent to the radiator upper hose. So in this upper tank, so it is due to thermosiphon effect, the hot water is falling down, and this water will be cooled by means of the air. So there will be providing some fins, extended surface fins, which will enhance the heat transfer rate, dissipation of heat transfer rate to the surroundings. So that is the radiator, also one of the application. Fins are used in the radiator of the automobile. and dry type of cooling towers. Cooling towers also they are using the fins, and air cooled cylinders, compressors, IC engines. Just now I explained compressor, IC engines, intercooler. In case of compressor, multi cylinder engine, multi stage compressor are there. In this multi stage compressor, we are using the intercooler. So that intercooler is a constant pressure constant pressure intercooler. There we are providing number of fins to cool the air from the low higher pressure of the first stage compressor, from the higher stage of the first stage compressor. So first stage compressor means atmospheric air enters and it is compressed to high pressure. This high pressure, high temperature of the air is again sent to the multi-stage. That means HP cylinder. So in this case, before going to the HP cylinder, we need to control the temperature of the air. So we need to allow the compressed air into the HP cylinder. So how we are controlling the temperature? By providing the intercooler. So this intercooler is providing the number of fins. So that number of fins will liberate the heat from the air to the surroundings. So that is the main advantage of the compressor. So multi-stage compressor, we are using the intercooler. That intercooler is providing the number of fins. Intercooler is providing the number of fins. So next one is evaporator and condenser in the refrigerator. Just now I said in refrigeration condition, evaporator and condensing system, we have the fins at the back end of the condenser. So next, electric motor and transformers. So even if you are taking the electric motors and transformers, so obviously the transformer always liberates the more amount of heat. So if you have stored the same amount of heat, no, the transformer will be collapsed. The transformer will be collapsed. That is why we are providing some in transformer. We are providing the so this is the transformer. For example, you take this is the transformer. So in this transformer, they are providing the number of fins like this. So number of fins like this. So this is the transformer fins. So the transformer oil extract the heat from the power supply. So and get that heat, that oil gets heated up. So and this hot oil is circulated in the tubular section. These fins will be exposed to the atmosphere. These fins will be exposed to the atmosphere that carries the heat to the surrounding. Continuously it carries the heat to the surroundings while take the cooling oil. So transformer oil will be filled in the transformer, which extract the heat from the transformer and sent to the fins. So here it is cooled to the here it is cooled by rejecting the heat to the rejecting heat to the surroundings. So in this way, continuously dissipating the heat to the surroundings. So then obviously this oil, what hot oil is present in the transformer, that will be cooled. Once again, it is circulated into the transformer. So likewise, they're cooling the entire oil with the fins. Okay, so this is the advantage of fins. This is the advantage of fins. Okay, next class we'll see the performance of the fin and material. What are the different types of materials we are using in case of fin derivation and all. Okay, so what is the fin efficiency, what is the fin effectiveness, and what is the overall efficiency of the fin, and what is the temperature distribution of the fin, and what is the basic derivation for fin conditions. So long fin, if you are considering a long fin, if you are considering a short fin, if you are considering the long fin, at the end of the fin is insulated, what will be the next, what will be the condition for such insulated tip fin, that will be see in the next class. Okay, one second, any doubt? Students, please respond. So please be wait. I'll take the attendance. I take the attendance. Please wait for a while. I want to note it down your attendance. 69 present, 70, 71, 72, 73, 75, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 85, 85, 86, 87, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 95, 96, 98, A0, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7, A8, A9, A9, B0, B1, B4, B5, B6, B7, C0, C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C7, C9, D0, D2, D3, D6, D7. Any other? Total 57 students were present, including me. So total 56 students were present now. 56 by 66. Okay.
Sir, A2.
Emma,
A2. A2.
A2 already present. It is there. Your
Okay.
name is dissipating here. Okay. Your name is available. Any other?
Sir, B6, sir.
B6. Yeah, B6 you are present now. Okay, Emma.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Uh, so this class will be same. So the timetable actually they mentioned this hour with CAD lab. Okay. So just we interchange the CAD lab with heat transfer, and the Friday timetable 2:15 you have the CAD lab. So in place of CAD lab, I'm taking HT on Tuesday. So regularly come to this class on 2:15 exactly. Okay, now I'm stopping this screen sharing. Now we can leave. Now we can leave. No issues.